It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Next,
it is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his fourth NFL campaign.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Try to pick this one up on the ground. To the 20. The speed on display. He's in.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now as he is on to kick it away. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He throws right side, down the field, and it is brought in. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And the running back just has nowhere to go. There is no crease. There is no seam. You got to give credit. That defensive line overwhelmed the offensive line, and that went a long way to forcing that 4th down stop.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 2nd down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. 3rd down, 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. That's enough for a 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. And this will be incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
It's first down, and they'll run. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. 3rd down and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Handoff here, up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 6. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do off the line.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
This team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Back to the air one more time. This one caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Over the top. He's got it.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors move out on top, 14-0.
14. Our home team, nothing.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They motion a receiver right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So we come to halftime. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now a run on first down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. Results in a first down.
Now a give on the ground. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how close he was to being offsides.
Automatic first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He slams it in there, and he is in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They pick up 17 through the air. And that will be a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing right, it's taken in. Call it a gain of 13. That's enough for a 1st down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again, and he will dive into the end zone. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. First and 10 now from the 36. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards for the touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Slot man in motion right. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
And he will score.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll look to set up the screen here. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. That is caught at the 3. And he will score! Game on! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through, and his guys are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, he'll run it. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's 2nd and 2. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Sending a receiver right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will score again.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now for the point after. He's got it. And the visitors are going to extend their lead.
Visitors 35. Our home team 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. This is caught at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be easy.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and his guys back within 7. It's 35-28. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So it's a win for our visitors. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.